Mitchell, how you doing? These are all very relevant points. Thanks so much for including this in your observations associated with completing the banner ad. This is really great. I learn a lot about what you're learning based on what you write. So this is fantastic. Keep up the great job there. Let's go and jump over. I've got both pieces up in the window here. And I think that it's quite obvious that we've got a really good adaptation of the magazine ad right here in the banner ad. So that's fantastic. I think everything's looking really great here. I just have only one recommendation, and that is the fact that if we take a look at both pieces, it's pretty obvious that what is missing from the banner ad, of course, is the masked image, and that is required. Not necessarily the exact same masked image. So you have really one of two choices with the masked image. You can either replace the masked image in your magazine ad and then use the same one in your banner ad, or you can just somehow try to fit this in the banner ad, which is going to be tough. And that's one of the things you'll learn as you're going along. If you were to approach this project again today and start over in your image search project, you would probably try to find an image that's a little bit more versatile in terms of placement. Right now, this is going to be difficult to place here without spanning the entire bottom of the banner, presumably because the bottom and the top of this, well, I should say both sides of this image are cropped, right? So how are we going to fit that in there? It's going to be tough. So my recommendation is to include a masked image. It doesn't have to be the same. As long as there's a masked image in here, then you've met all the requirements, and that's fantastic. My only other recommendation is this: if we take a look at the crop area, it's right here, right? And we can clearly see that. And I think you picked a good crop. I think it's a great background. The only issue is that when we look at this, we can see a better tonal distribution here. This image here has better contrast than this image here. My thought is that the adjustment layers didn't come along when you cropped. Now, one of the things that you can do, and sometimes it gets weird with Photoshop. Sometimes when you drag and drop, or sometimes when you Command Copy and Command V for paste, it doesn't bring all of the adjustment layers over. So one of the things you can do is take your original file, make sure it's a copy, and flatten it with all of the adjustment layers. Then crop the area that you want for the banner. That way you're sure all of the adjustments come along for the ride. Do you see what I'm saying? And sometimes it gets weird when you place adjusted images from Photoshop into Illustrator. Sometimes not all the adjustment layers come along for the ride. So I have found there's two techniques that work the best. I think the drag and drop works great on a Mac, but not so well on a PC. So the other option is to, just like I said, take your magazine ad image that's already been adjusted, make sure it's a duplicate. It's not, don't flatten the original. You never, ever want to do that. You always want to keep a fully layered version. But what you'll do is take a copy of the original image with the adjustment layers, flatten it as a copy, then use that image for the background for the banner ad. And I think that will definitely preserve the contrast associated with that image. Other than that, I think we're looking great. Fantastic. Good work. Let's get that masked image in there. Let's try to get that consistent tonal distribution here along with the adjustment layers placed in the banner ad, and I think we're in good shape. All right, fantastic. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Good job. Thanks very much.